But she got obsessed with Kani very early, and so we had her. And then the challenge was to find our Meera and our Shri. I just want to say it was a female director, writer, and DOP.
Yes.
And at no point were we getting into a territory where it would even be risky.
Then I secretly googled, okay, then I got to know they're producing the film. So I was like, okay, I'm in safe hands, and wasn't a no, like it was a very clear choice for me that I had to do it.
But I didn't understand the character Anila very easily. Even for the audition, I was like, okay, that's okay also. In audition, sometimes you not necessarily know the whole picture of the part, or I just started feeling what the other. It was so nice that I never had that experience before. I was telling Shushi, I wish I want Preeti to play this because I'm understanding everything now. It was such an.
I still remember that time. All of us were like, yeah, this tall, handsome guy. And I entered and I'm like, yeah. This is new guy in town.
Yeah.
This is hunk. Are we gonna cast him?
Yeah.
So.
So hi, firstly, pleasure talking to you all. Lovely faces here. So firstly, congratulations on the film, Ali Fazal, on your little angel as well, and the film, of course.
Why Ali Fazal? I did all the work.
Of course, Richa and Ali is what I meant. Yeah. So on your little girl, and of course the film, bagging so many nominations, the awards, all before releasing officially releasing, right?
Yeah.
So what do you have to say about the release?
We're very excited that the world will get to see such a fantastic film and fine performances by these amazing actors who are
Angels.
sitting next to us.
All our angels are here actually.
Definitely.
No, we're very, very excited that we can bring this beautiful gem out there to automatically, if I can say, 1 billion people. You know. Yeah.
Absolutely. Like talking of a gem, you said the concept is truly a gem. So a question for both of you, Richa and Ali, is I want to know how was this idea conceptualized? How did it start, and how were these talented guys got on board?
Well, I mean, these obviously they were all brought on board through a casting process, but the script has been written by Shuchi Talati, who's an old friend of mine. So it was a no-brainer for me to, for both of us actually to help put this together because she's brilliant. And when you see the film, you'll know why it was a no-brainer because it's just brilliant.
Absolutely. Like you said, they've gone through a casting process. So who all have auditioned for this film?
Many people. Many. Not for you. Not
Obviously.
For your. I think Shuchi got obsessed with Kani pretty early on and started watching everything that Kani has done in different languages. I watched a lot of Tamil, Malayalam, and God knows what. All I watched just to. She got obsessed with Kani very early, and so we had her. And then the challenge was to find our Meera and our Shri. So these guys, because they're also new actors, long casting process with Dilip Shankar.
Yeah.
And that's how we
Kesav was actually quite a find, I remember. I still remember that time. Just all of us were like, yeah, this tall, handsome guy.
Yeah.
And I entered and I'm like, yeah. Buddy. This is new guy in town.
Yeah.
This is hunk. Are we gonna cast him?
Yeah.
So, we're really excited.
Yeah.
We got all the.
So Keshav, how did you bag this role? How did the process happen for you?
Like she said, through casting process, Dilip Shankar sir was the casting director. So though I am from Mumbai, this film had reached me in Jaipur.
Oh.
I was in my hostel. I was in my 3rd year of engineering, computer science engineering. And that's when I got this casting call on a WhatsApp message. It said that the casting director of Life of Pi wants to cast for a new film and are looking for fresh faces. And just a simple WhatsApp message.
Right.
So I thought I'll see where it goes, and I just reached out to them.
I think the rest is history. The audience will just notice you.
It was an
on screen,
8-month long process. I went to Delhi. I met Suchi ma'am, I met Dilip sir. Then I was called to Mumbai where I met these two lovely people. And then I did one workshop. And after that, I think it was finalized. Yeah, so it was a lovely process.
You paid us that money. Kidding.
Of course. So coming to Preeti, the girl who's been rocking on her debut, and you know what's in the bag and whatnot. Come on.
She just again just recently won another big award.
Yesterday.
Big award
Yeah.
and
Golden
cash
coconut.
prize.
मतलब
She
उसमें
won
से
a
हमारी
big
सैलरीज
award.
निकल आएंगी.
I mean, she's a fresh face, and people have been loving her in the trailer as well. So congratulations on your debut.
Thank you.
So being a debut, it's quite a bold role and a bold film.
Yeah.
So what was your thinking? Was it a difficult choice for you, or did you have second thoughts somewhere? You know, being a debut, doing a bold role like that.
No, honestly, I didn't have any second thoughts. I was very much on board with the project the moment Dilip sir got on call with me. And that's because he was very transparent about what's going to happen. And he also informed me about Shuchi, her filmography. He invited me to read the script, and then I secretly Googled, okay, then I got to know they're producing the film. So I was like, okay, I'm in safe hands, and wasn't a no, like it was a very clear choice for me that I had to do it. What I had to do after that was to get my parents on board, and they were also extremely supportive of me becoming an actor or me pursuing the film line. And my biggest supporter throughout this was my sister. So yeah, we read the script, we had a discussion at home, and my mom and I talked about everything. So, and the film is also about a mother and a daughter and how you know, their relationship is. So I'm really happy that because of the script, I could talk very frankly with her. So yeah, it was a very smooth process from there on, once you know my family was by my side, and of course they were there to take care of me.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Right. So that was one of my questions. You know, how was it? How was your family's reaction? Like you said, they were pretty supportive.
Yeah.
Especially you coming. I think you were just out of college when
Yeah.
you got this role. So
Yeah.
were they very conservative, or were there restrictions when it came to such? The film also has some bold,
Yeah.
intimate scenes, right?
Yeah.
So were there something your parents told you, or some kind of restrictions there?
See, I think it was very important to communicate and also give parents the space, because they are also understanding their children for the first time. And the times we live in is so rapid. There'll be a time when I'll become, like my ideas that I have right now will become obsolete in a couple of years now. And I need to respect that for my parents, that what they have grown up with has changed. But luckily, because we were so communicative, they were very accepting of everything. And they watched the film, they watched it when it screened at London with my sister. And even before they watched the film, they had a family cry session. And once the film got over, they had a family cry session without me. And I was not sitting with them, I was sitting elsewhere because I was too shy to sit with them. But
Sweet.
yeah, and once we saw the film, my father, my mother, my sister, all of us, we sat with Shuchi and we talked. So I feel like even after watching the film, if parents can just talk and be accepting of how times are changing and how times will change in future, it'll help a lot in bridging that gap between.
I just want to say it was a female director,
Yeah.
writer, and DOP.
Yes.
Yeah.
And at no point were we getting into a territory where it would even be risky.
Yeah.
Because we were working with very
And
young
producing
actors.
also by
Of course. That's what I'm saying. There was
an
no
all-women
question
team,
of
that was
this
great.
bold. Sometimes we use the word bold
Right.
loosely. I would say that it's new for sure. But I don't know that it's bold or anything. I think we see far more on a... Your routine item song can make you more uncomfortable
Right.
than the whole of this film put together.
Yeah, definitely. I think there's an all-women team, like you said, put together for this film to make everybody comfortable, and that's I think
Not all
something-
women, but a lot of women on the team.
Yeah.
Majority women team.
Great, great. So, Kani, coming to you, I mean, critical actor, of course, we all love your work. Of course, there's all we imagine
You are
is
critical.
there's all we imagine is like this biryani, and now we have girls. So, what is your process of selecting these critical films, or what is something you look for when you go through the process?
I mean, of course, the story. More than a character, for me, the story. Do I want to be part of the storytelling or the stories ideally what I would like to look, but most of the time that ideal situation doesn't happen. um, so it comes to sometimes director, it sometimes comes to my co-actor, sometimes the process. It changed with me during or after the film. Oh, actually, I like this part, this aspect of the film. So it's not. So prior to that, yes, it is. Do I want to be part of the story? For me, more than the character, it's do I like to tell the story? Is what. And in this film, Dilip sir, or I knew about him already. We have casted him for commercial actually, and I really like the way he acts also. And as a person also, we really love him. So when he messaged me about this, I was very excited because I like him, and I'm sure it's a nice project. But I didn't understand the character Anila very easily. Even for the audition, I was like, okay, that's okay. Also in audition, sometimes you not necessarily know the whole picture of the part, or you don't exactly. So you can interpret the character the way you want. And once they liked my audition, so Dilip, so he called me and I was like, I read this whole script. I'm like, I don't know this kind of mothers. I don't know why she behaves like this. Or it took time for me to understand this character. So I said, can I talk to the director? Anyway, she was going to talk to me, Shuchi. So then when I talked to Shuchi, is when I felt first, I think I want to be part of it. Because immediately the sense she gave me was, she's such an extremely open-minded person with the possibility for me, kind of an actor, to collaborate, to improve, to learn. I felt there is a lot of room, and to slowly I started understanding the character. And actually when Preeti got casted, the day we read together is when I actually understood Anila, I think. I remember, of course, still it takes time to for me to interpret or portray the part. But when she was being Meera, I just started feeling what the other. It was so nice that I never had that experience before. I was telling Shushi, I wish I want Preeti to play this because I'm understanding everything now. It was such an overwhelming experience for me as an actor. So I am open-minded. Sometimes the story may not click to you easily. Sometimes maybe the character doesn't. But I'm like, if an actor get an opportunity to be part of the pre-production, while you don't decide which costume exactly going to be on that set. You kind of try, and sometimes actors should be also open-minded. Okay, you try and it didn't work out. Maybe they say it's not working out. It's okay. For me, it's okay. I should be open-minded to be a trial and maybe not happening. Either way, can we be more open where maybe it's not working? Can we go back, or maybe it's working? So the time to really discover it. Is it happening or not? I like that. That kind of process is what I would ideally love, to be part of a project. So because this took time for me to also understand. So I was happy and I was fortunate that they were like, Kani, do you want to try? And in films, sometimes you can't afford that. In theatre productions, we do that. We sometimes change the car. Maybe I will play different part suddenly. Like in theatre, this can happen, but films are a different process anyway. That's how it happened for me.
So I think, like you mentioned, Anila is a very intricate, if not complex, I would say, character, because she's not seeing everything that's there. It's more what's happening in her mind, the way she wants to raise her daughter. So how did you get into that mind of Anila?
It's mainly Shuchi, and mind is also part of our body, I think. And Shuchi started helping me with how Anila would sit, to even begin with how she would walk, what kind of body language. So that we kind of started working together pehle se, like first, and then slowly I started getting, even in traditional forms that which like of India, especially from where I come from, Kudiyatam and all, they practice externally first, keep practicing, and one day you start getting to the internal side of the character. That's also one way of practicing. You don't necessarily have to find your internal aspect of the character and then get into it. Can be both ways. Sometimes you may start this and it can be all of these combinations. For me, Anila was mostly getting the way she, I don't know, like the way she moves, the way she will look and these things. And I don't have that consistency also in the film. I'm sorry. There are places where I'm like, there's no Anila in this right now. But mostly Shuchi helped me with that. And then, of course, the dialogues, I think, the dialogues are very important in a film, like we all know. That's what the character is choosing to say, which also helps you what she's or he is not saying also. And there she has written it in a way that you get clarity on how this person works and the description around it and how the daughter is responding.
Right.
Because the daughter is responding that way because she has understood this mother in a certain way. Why that has happened, because of a certain how this mother has been with her. So all this helps you understanding the part. So yeah, like it's sometimes through the shooting one day you get it. It's not necessarily before. Maybe it is. Maybe sometimes you're lucky you get it in the rehearsal. For me, I was a little bit lucky in terms of getting the internal side of her. When she came on board, I started understanding it better for me.
Yeah, lovely, lovely. So, Ali, I would like to ask you this. So now, among teenagers and growing adults, we see the ideas of sexual awakening and exploring their feelings, emotions is something it's still not spoken about or still a taboo. So, what do you have to say about that? Is this topic late to the party, or what do you have to say?
Yeah, a lot of topics are late to the party, but it's always nice. It's always nice to start somewhere. I think as generations go by, we always find new facades to hide behind. So it'll always be like that. But I think once in a while, it's nice to just commit to truthfulness of some kind and some nice stories, sensitive stories, stories like this, I suppose. So we as producers now are in the hope that we can champion just like I would like to sit back and experience the effect of a beautifully written scene performed in a certain way in that context, between two people. And that effect is rare. And when you have it as an audience, and as an actor and as a producer, it moves. We've forgotten that cinema moves you. That something invisible comes out and shakes you up. So it can be visceral, and this film has that quality. I like to think. Yeah.
So, on a personal note, now that you're a girl dad yourself, are there any perceptions of you that have changed in matters, about raising your girl? So does protectiveness sometimes take a front seat?
Yeah.
They left her alone.
Become one ninja, man. Like
I'm sure.
No, she's next door.
next door.
Literally.
Right there.
They're like
Yeah, I don't know.
open and protective.
I think that's a process he will deal with.
Yeah.
Internalized things as and when the daughter grows up, and look at each day as it comes. Yeah.
Lovely. So, I think that's all I had for you. It's a pleasure talking to you. That's a wrap from my side.
Thank you.
It was
Thank you.
great talking to you guys.
Thank you.
So, I have Richa, Kesav, Preeti, Kani, and Ali Fazal with me. I'm Lisa from Masala signing off. Make sure to subscribe to Masala YouTube channel.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
you.
Thank you.